I can't believe you are actually here. Reg, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Elaine.
The reason Reg is here is we're talking about his book. It is called Lessons from the Boot of His Car. Reg is one of South Africa's most successful marketeers, and I can say that because we know that he is celebrated. His book is filled with insights, with life lessons, and essentially we want to get to how successful your business has been. I look at the book and I want to ask the first question. When we were kids, we would look at this ad of the little mouse running on the steering wheel of the car. How did you get to do that?
It's called cheese. You get cheese, hold the cheese and get the mouse to follow. And the mouse went round and round. In the end, when the mouse bowed, we held the cheese up and the mouse did a little bow.
It was the craziest ad. It was the 90s. We were watching this, and this was before we were like digitally stimulated. You know, we looked at this and we thought, this is incredible. And you're the guy behind all of this.
Well, not just me, but the organization, my organization, yeah.
You are the guy behind this book. Yeah. Why the title, Lessons from the Boot of a Car? And here we have it with us in studio.
Well, it's all about how we started our business, and we had no money, like a lot of youngsters who want to start a business have no money. So our office was a mobile car. In fact, it was a very, very second-hand Toyota Corolla, bright yellow one. And we used to say to clients, no, we don't have offices. We come to you. Special new way of doing things. The only reason was we had no offices, so we operated out of the boot of a car.
Well, your business has grown from there, and we're totally excited about it, but you've created some of South Africa's best loved ads. I was on your YouTube channel last night and watching some of the videos where it would create emotion within like 45 seconds, literally. I mean, there's the Reach for a Dream one, there's also the barking chicken. I want you to see this and have a look at this. This is some of the clever ways that marketers can actually go out there and make sure that we can have a laugh, well, even at a chicken.
Peri-peri sauces.
Look at this. So this was a Nando's ad, right?
That's right.
What was the idea behind it?
Well, the whole idea of Nando's is to take the mickey out of everything. No, it's irreverence, total irreverence. So whatever you can find, but it takes a brave client to allow us to do a thing like that. And I remember the client saying to us, frighten me. So I think we did.
When we look at the ads and even the work that you've done, it's got a very patriotic feel about it. It almost makes me want to feel like you want to love South Africa more. Like I remember the Peace in Our Land ad that was also on television. Was that because you really genuinely love and have a passion for South Africa, or is it just because your clients wanted it?
Now, we knew at the time that there was no peace in South Africa, this whole place would blow up. So we had the Peace Accord, the Peace Initiative that lasted for a year. And our job was to make the peace logo the best known symbol, better than Coca-Cola in this country. And after a year, we managed to make peace the thing. And we couldn't have an election, first election, before we had peace. So we sold peace.
But that's the thing, you sold peace. I'm totally intrigued because even in the book, you refer to situations where it's almost like politicians contacted you because you're a marketer and advertiser and you could make South Africa look better. Your meeting with Pugwita, like I read the book, I was like, what? Two advertisers, these youngsters going into a building with really important people?
Underground, we went about 6 floors underground. We met this guy and we went to say to him, listen, here's a plan to release Mandela and change the face of this country. And of course, it didn't get that far at that time, but eventually we know what happened, thank goodness.
Your book is about life lessons. I look at the book and it gives you practical ideas of how to basically run your business. It says, be nice, be respectful, make sure that you go and attend your meetings. What do you want to teach entrepreneurs? I mean, you're one. You've succeeded, your business has failed. Even in the 90s when you were doing really well, you went through a really hard time.
Yeah, we went through a terribly hard time. We had no money, couldn't raise money. Eventually borrowed some money from a friend and then started this business. So I understand exactly what young entrepreneurs, the challenges they have. So I'm trying to encourage youngsters because this country will really fly if we can get young people to start lots of businesses. And that's the key to the future of South Africa.
I see that you mentioned that. Like right at the beginning you say that in order to make sure that we can create employment, you have to basically start your own idea. I look at you and I think, but Reg Lascaris is so successful. It's impossible that he started out of nowhere. But in the book you referred to the fact that you started in the mining world and he got fired because he swapped someone's chair. Like really?
Yeah. Well, I got a chair. They gave me a chair and I sat in the chair and leant back and I just fell over. Leant to the side and fell over. So eventually I went to my boss and I said, do you think I can have that empty chair over there? He said, sure. When the guy leaves, I said, when's that? He said, in 5 years' time. So I said, bye, and I'm out of here. So I left because I knew that just wasn't for me.
Last comments about this book before we even get to our competitions. Lessons from the boot of a car. What do you want to say to young entrepreneurs and people that needs a bit of inspiration for life?
Go out there and start a business. You've got to be a tough-minded optimist. You can make it work. And we have such creative people in this country that can really build businesses, and we need to do it. Please do it.
Please do it. Well,
And please buy my book, because then you'll know how to do it.
well, it's really easy to buy because there's also a whole bunch of pictures in here, and that clearly helps me because I don't want to read all the words, Reg. But you can win one of these books, and it's very easy to do. All you need to do is to SMS the keyword books to 33728. So books to 33728, and we've got 2 copies to give away, and you could win one of them. Lessons from the Boot of a Car by Reg Lascaris. Thanks so much for coming to our studio.
Thanks, Lana.
You were
Thanks for
really
having me.
sneaky with that mouse and that BMW steering wheel, you know? You fooled us in the 90s. Well, we will be back after the break.